Two unemployed actors. Two unemployed actors. They're just between projects.
Welcome back to Two Unemployed Actors. I'm Max.
I'm Sam.
And we've got a really cool show for you today. Some
Quote
updates.
and unquote, the best potty you've ever seen.
The best potty. I've written down, I'm organised today. I've written down a list of things to talk about. And see, I do put thought into it. And under the subject heading potty.
Love it.
For podcast. Anyway, that's a great start, wasn't it?
It was a great start.
I'm feeling really good. You know why? I have
No idea.
had some great social moments this week. You know, I'm actually using social media for what it's for. And it's great. I had someone through social send me a snapshot through an Insta chat of a voiceover audition, which is great. I mean, it's a good job. Which thanks Amber, by the way, for forwarding that. And then I was chatting to the director of Dakar, which was the working title. It's now going to be released as Extraction with Chris Hemsworth in the lead role. All action, and it was the stunt man, who from Avengers. I think we talked about ages ago. Sam Hargrave, who's directing it, because he's got this massive beard. It's seriously huge. So my question was, is it going to make a cameo in the film?
What your
his beard?
Yeah, his
maybe. He says it could be. So I have to watch and find out. But I tell you what, I'm really excited to see it because there's nothing like a stunt man with experience, like, you know, lead stunt artist in Avengers and that, directing an action movie. Like, I just get a feeling, and I saw, like, I think I shared late last year some of the shots he was getting, like strapping himself to the front of a car on a camera rig to get the most amazing shot. Cool. Again, the question was, how do you stop your beard from hitting your face? Years of experience, he said. So looking forward to that. So great, pretty good. Social's good. I went to see a movie last week, as I do.
You treated yourself.
Richard Jewell. Now, for people as old as me...
Is that the name of the film?
Yeah, which is the name of the guy. Mid-90s. It's Atlanta, the Olympics before Sydney. And a bomb went off at a concert.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately, everyone became suspicious of the security guard, Richard Jewell. And I'm guilty too, because I remember Atlanta. I remember Richard Jewell. I remember the name. As soon as I saw the name of the Clint Eastwood pick, he directed it and produced it. I immediately knew it was about the Atlanta bombing, but I can't remember the guy who actually did it.
Oh yeah.
So it's interesting, and it's a really interesting movie. Great pacing, great character acting. It's a lot funnier than I thought. Sam Rockwell's in it. Amazing. I love it. I just after seeing him in Jojo Rabbit, it's like I can see a bit more Sam Rockwell, and absolutely like there's some great comedic moments.
He is good.
Because it's just so bloody real of these ordinary people just going about their day, all of a sudden in this absolutely extraordinary situation. You can imagine how many journalists there would be surrounding an Olympic event, all turning up to get the goss on whether you did it or not and hounding you. I mean, it's phenomenal what happened to the guy.
Yeah, okay. That's
weird. And it was really good. So I enjoyed that.
Nice.
Had the first play reading.
Was that when you saw it at Gold Coast? Did you see it in Gold Coast? Or that was another thing?
Did I? Yeah, I did. You know what happened? I didn't even use points this time. I got an email from Event Cinemas saying you can buy Gold Class for just $25 or something, and you can use the e-voucher whenever, blah, blah, and I had it up the back pocket.
Oh, nice.
Thought, you know what? I'll use that.
Why not?
A big glass of wine and some popcorn.
Oh, I feel like
Probably not a real meal, but nonetheless, it helped me enjoy the movie a lot.
Yeah.
As it does.
I usually finish the popcorn before the movie even starts. The ads go for so long.
It was a big batch. And I did say bring it in, because you can tell them when to bring stuff in, like as it starts sort of thing. Because you're right, I would have started before, the previous finish.
Yeah.
So it was a nice way to escape the heat and get out, because it was a busy week. There was so much going on last week. It was just insane. So yeah, first read through of the play. Lipstick.
Yes. How did that go?
It was great to meet the cast and the two directors, the co-directors. So it's definitely like a lead. They're both vetted and have the same vision, which is handy when they're both working together. And one lead and one 2IC type operation. So it looks good. I mean, this is a group that's putting on 8 performances in 4 weeks. For a festival they created just last year. It's great to be a part of.
Amazing.
So it was good to have the first read through where it sort of everything comes alive, and we did it a bit differently where we were assigned a character that wasn't ours. So there's no pressure on having to sound like a character, because we get to even sit down and have a chat about our characters, like that. It really was just the first read through and meet and greet.
Good stuff.
So I'm looking forward to it because there's great energy.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's what you want.
Which is good. Yeah,
Cast and stuff.
Chatting to a guy that I haven't met yet. Production meetings on Friday. Get this for an idea, like a web series or a web film, a mockumentary.
Yes.
Of a guy who's living in an alleyway. Like that's his universe.
Mm-hmm.
He can give culinary advice, from the rubbish. Talk about his pets, rats, and it's really like straight. I know, right? It's ridiculous. It's like a guy
he has,
and this is his world, and he's down on his luck, but hey, he's ever the optimist, right? The glass is half full. It's really a straight to camera in true mockumentary style of this guy just talking through his lifestyle and how it's a choice. It really is.
Wait, so this is an actual thing?
Yes, it is an actual thing. So I'm going to have a chat about the production and that a bit more detail on Friday before I commit to it because I haven't met this
you
guy
would be
before.
The guy.
Yeah. Maxie, the homeless person.
So how did you hear about this?
I can't remember. I think it was on a Facebook group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was it was a Facebook group.
Is it paid?
It's TBC everything. TBC everything. I haven't even more important to me right now because it's a great premise for fun.
Yeah.
And I love that type of comedy.
Yes, actually. Yeah.
So number one, love that, and number two, who is he? What's he done?
Yeah.
And what sort of crew situation are we talking about? Getting approval from
Well,
council? Are we like, is it, then it's kind of like, okay, from that, well, how are you marketing it? What's the plan for distribution? Blah, blah.
Actually,
is it just YouTube or whatever?
Yeah, I found a role that I thought sounded cool, or a project that I thought sounded cool and started out recently.
Okay.
And it was it's premised. I don't know. It was saying its description was about
sounds like you know what
it
you're
being
talking about.
one shot, like done in actually one shot, like 9 minutes of filming, which would be so much fun.
Ambitious,
but
Uh-oh.
much fun. But it's 10 days minimum of shooting, 0 pay.
Yeah. Okay.
So it would be awesome, but at the same time,
Yep.
why are you offering actors nothing for 10 days of work?
And what's the expectation? Is it going to be on the festival circuit? Is it going to be?
They'll be like, yeah, maybe you'll enter a festival, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, yeah. First warning is
Acting
the amount of
apply.
work for unpaid. The second warning
10
is
days.
no clarity on distribution.
If it was 3 days,
Yeah.
then yeah, I'd do it. It sounds really cool.
You'd still want some clarity on
You still want some
distribution because if
clarity,
they've already got someone who's going to buy it or
then maybe you do
it's
it,
going
yeah.
to a, it's just, you
But
don't want to sign
but the
yourself
idea
away.
sounded really
and not-
cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's always good to ask it. But then, sometimes the execution can be,
Yeah.
if they haven't,
Yeah.
if they're not used to, if it's their first cab off the rank, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know. You
Um,
don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. And this Saturday, I have an audition for a new Aussie musical called
more
Captain
singing, more
Moonlight.
dancing.
More singing, more dancing.
Captain Moonlight.
Captain Moonlight. It's based on the true story of
George
George
more?
Andrew something or other.
Okay.
Irish born something on death row sort of thing.
Mm.
And it's set in his prison cell. And
Right.
the musical is kind of his unread letters and stuff. And all
So he was a
it's kind of cool.
real
He was
person.
a real dude. Like the
incarcerated
Moonlight
in
legend is
Ireland,
apparently a
or
thing.
is it
No,
Australia?
Aussie.
Oh.
Moonlight, Moonlite.
Okay.
Yeah, so apparently it's a thing. So that's cool.
Okay.
And so I'm going to audition on Saturday. And I applied for George and James, these two
Right.
roles, because they're the only. So there's 5 male roles. That's
Yep.
it. 2
Yep.
of them, George and James, they're actually lovers, are the singing roles.
Right.
So I just applied for both because I wanted to do a singing role.
Yeah.
And they sent me both scripts. So then I guess I have to decide who I want to do. But
We can do a bit of both on the day.
I was going to do a bit of both.
and
but
tell
decide
them,
who I wanted to.
whatever you.
Exactly. James has an Aussie accent, but George has an Irish accent.
Ah.
And I actually looked up how to do an Irish
Oh
accent.
God, don't.
No, I'm not going to do it now.
Because you remember my story where I got asked by the crew at Deadly Women to send a self tape of an Irish accent.
Oh yeah.
Not a word back other than you're cast as a Portuguese drug dealer.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. But
Join those two dots.
It doesn't make sense.
So
But I've been trying it, and it actually sounds better than I thought. Like I was like to Jess, listen to this. And she was like, okay. And then I did it, and she's like, that was actually better than I thought it would be. I'm like, what does that mean?
that's very kind.
No,
You're
that's
really
very
asking the wrong person, I think.
No, but it was it was better than I thought. So hopefully I'm gonna try and do it on Saturday, and then
Yeah.
also do James. Maybe they'll just give me James.
How much time have you spent on your Irish accent?
Not long.
When's the audition?
Saturday.
I will try not to offend an entire nation. But
Well, then
you'll be right.
maybe they'll cast me as James, hopefully. But yeah, I'll just try both. It doesn't matter. But that's so.
That's all right.
When I sent my application, I said I was in the world premiere of 3 Weeks in Spring, which was
Yes.
a new Aussie musical as well.
Yes,
so.
indeed.
But what I'm hoping is that I'd be on like an original cast recording sort of style.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Which would be very cool.
So it hasn't been performed at all?
No, this is completely new. So
Wow.
it's a, yeah,
Well, that's exciting.
it is exciting. So we'll see what happens.
And the person who wrote it's Australian?
Yeah, he's well known-ish, apparently. I forgot
Okay.
his name, though.
Okay.
So it doesn't help. I can look it up.
Yeah, it's all right. You've got days to do your hours to do your homework.
Hours, yeah. And I've been sending my agent self-tapes.
Uh-huh.
Death.
Hang in there.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm dying, everyone. That's why my voice doesn't sound like me.
I'm going to disinfect the entire technical
Yeah, good.
aspect of the podcast just to make sure.
And I'm doing a workshop on Friday.
What's a workshop?
It's with Grant Thompson, who used to be an agent at
I know him.
Morrissey
Yes,
Management.
yes, met
You know him?
Yes.
Where did you meet him?
Through Archer Management. So
Yes.
he's come in
Yes,
to
of course.
do like a
Of
like
course.
he does like a meet and greet when
Yes.
as a group or used to anyway when new people come through the door as featured extras or extras who want to become actors and explains what the business is like.
Yeah, of course. No, so yeah, because Jess
Um,
started with him last Friday.
Yep.
And I went and dropped her off and sat and did some other work.
Yep.
And then I was like, maybe I'll just do a workshop with him because I asked him questions about stuff and
Right. No, he's
So-
a nice guy.
yeah, he's really cool. And I've sent him some self tapes and
Say hello from me.
I will.
He shouldn't punch you in the face. So that's
Does
that
he
was a long
know who
time
you
ago.
are?
So
Does he know who you are?
yeah, one way to find out.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's awesome. That's great because wealth of experience. He's producing films. He's been a casting director.
Yeah,
He's
good
helped
connections.
agents get their legs and give them teach them
I
how
think
to
it's a
operate.
really good connection to make with
Absolutely.
someone like him. And
And
he has
ask heaps of questions because he's a wealth of knowledge.
I'm in the midst of remaking my Showreel because remember I accidentally deleted it.
Did you accidentally?
On iMovie, I accidentally cleaned my Mac thing and it just deleted the.
Oh, see, I'm not in the Apple universe, but that doesn't sound good.
No, it was like.
So you had it backed up into their version of a cloud?
No,
No.
I completely erased it. I could not find it anywhere, so I reset it. Yeah.
Did you change computers or something? Or
No, what I did, I went to clean my Mac and I wanted
Uh-huh.
to get rid of space, and it said
Oh,
something like "get rid of
shivers.
whatever," and I thought it meant how in iMovie, I don't know if you know,
I don't
but there's
know
like
iMovie.
there's a theater setting, like
Right.
theater page where you can like save your files as
Right.
MP4s, but also to the iMovie theater.
Okay.
And it said something like "get rid of that," but it actually meant everything on iMovie that I've ever made in my life.
Oh
So
my
most of my
God.
stuff I've made into files. I
my
just can't
God.
edit anymore.
I think it's safe to say technology is wonderful. It makes things easier. You can edit from everywhere, if
Yeah.
it's up in the cloud. I mean, buying computers, you don't have to pay extra for the memory these days because everything just gets
Yeah.
sucked down from
Yeah.
the Wi-Fi. But that's the technical
Yeah.
version. But I've always got a backup on hard drive.
Yes, I should have.
And
done that.
and then I've got on casting networks, on Showcast, on YouTube, on Vimeo. So, even if you wanted to delete it, it'd probably take you 10 days to try and delete all that.
Yeah,
Show
but actually,
yourself.
I've started remaking it and I've pretty much finished it. It's 11
Oh,
minutes
mate.
long, so I have to cut it down, obviously.
11 minutes. It's the epic
just
director's
yeah,
cut version.
exactly.
Including Q&A with the cast of one.
Of one. But it's better than the last one, so
Do
it's
you
actually good.
narrate through the scenes like a director's
Yes.
cut on
Of course.
DVD?
I pause it and I circle different areas. And this moment,
And this is my eyeline because.
but it's because I have like 2
11
4-minute
minutes.
long self tapes in there as well.
That's intense. Yeah, I've got to do mine. And I've been talking about it for 2 podcasts now. I've got to do mine because
2
I've got all that stuff
years
dropped
podcasts.
like weeks ago for the student films they did last year. And then I'm getting the interrogate. Oh, I can't use that because it's going to festival. No, I should be able to use it in my Showreel. I'll check again.
Yeah.
It should be right for
Yeah.
Showreel.
But I can't wait till I get that not today short film back and put
Yeah.
that in. Couple of my singing on
Yep.
theatre ones, and then self tapes, and that's it on my
Yep.
Showreel.
It's a lot. That's busy already. I mean, it could be as simple
I
as
like-
2 very different
Self tapes.
scenes. Exactly. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
just don't get lost in the objective. It's great to put all this fun stuff in.
Mm.
All look what I've done. Look what I've done. Remember what I did with my Finder commercial? So excited. Put it up front.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
a casting director who told me, no, bury it.
Bury it.
I mean, you've done it. That's great. But
Mm.
the objective of the showreel is to show your range, to
Yeah.
show what you can do
Yeah.
to a potential agent, or to your current agent. Look what I can do. Look
Yeah.
at this. They know that if they want more, they can get more of that scene or of that character.
Yeah.
But show them what you can do. You don't want to have 3 policeman scenes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, we get it. But what's your best one? And then a very different character, or a cop going through some really difficult emotional struggles.
Yeah.
You know, to see lots of different stuff.
True. That's true.
And when it comes to then the next step, the casting directors, well, then it's, you know, whatever the self-tape is, the audition piece, or whatever movie's coming up that they're casting for, then you would say, okay, it's an action flick. Let's film you running around the jungle with a gun and doing a piece to camera on how awesome I am at shooting things, and you know, looking like a real soldier or something.
There we go. I've started making my website as well.
Yeah. What are you using to make it? Oh, you got your domain.
www.samfolden.com.
Theawesomesam.com.
Yeah, okay, you got me. That's actually what it is.
Just redirects automatically.
Yeah. So that's like $6. It was on special $6 a month.
It's good.
From GoDaddy.com.
Yeah, I'm on through GoDaddy.
Mm-hmm.
GoDaddy's doing all right. Go the GoDaddy. GoDaddy's give me what I want.
Okay,
I bought my domains.
No, it sounds sexual.
I bought my no daddy. No.
No daddy. No.
GoDaddy.
GoDaddy gives me what I want.
Well, that got
that's
really
what you
dark
said.
really quick.
No, that's what you said.
GoDaddy gives me what. Oh.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna.
Fortunately, not. Oh.
We're gonna have a 1-minute podcast.
I just realised what that sounded like.
Yeah. It was funny. It was great. Anyway.
But yeah, I do everything through them, and then even the SSL certificate, which I know I can do myself, but I haven't got the technology. I just like, you know, for the amount of time it take me.
So
everything through them.
I had a meeting about it, and he said, you can use WordPress, but honestly, I think all you need is Wix.
Yeah.
So I'm starting on Wix.
Yeah, there's some really easy stuff.
But
what?
You can't use your domain name for free, right? You have to pay $15 a month. It's $180 a year
to host it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you've done
It's
is you've bought because you've bought your domain name.
Yeah.
Good job. No one else can use it.
Hell yeah.
But you need someone to host the website, and you've got to pay for that.
But Wix is free for hosting, but oh no, it's not. Not if you want your
own.
Sorry,
domain.
Wix is free for hosting unless you want your own domain name.
Correct. So look,
poo.
I just went, all these different platforms are here today, maybe gone tomorrow, I don't know. And
yeah, what are you using?
All the flexible stuff. I want to get in there, I want to finesse it. And and I'm already in the Adobe ecosystem. So I use Dreamweaver, which is a mix of code and that. Yeah. So I basically taught myself to code, and that's how I manage the To Unemployed website. For those who haven't seen it, check it out. It's amazing. And also my personal site, and making sure that it's visible in mobile view and desktop and that sort of stuff, and does all the right things. And that way, it's easy for me to update it.
Yeah.
Because like I've got all the Photoshop files, Illustrator files, screenshots from any showreels or any scenes that I've done, because I use Premiere Pro in Adobe, and it's in the Adobe ecosystem. So just drag and drop it in, and there you go. It's in the website too.
Yeah.
So I find it's a learning curve at first, but after a while, it's worked really well for me to sort of control everything. I'm really getting value for money out of that ecosystem. I also use Audition for voiceovers, so I'm really heavy leaning towards Adobe because it kind of works for me. There are free options out there or cheaper options out there, but it's just whatever you're used to. Canva's big. Another person recommended Canva to me for graphic design.
For graphic design, yeah.
Because I was talking about Photoshop and stuff.
It actually is okay as a free graphic design thing.
Yeah.
It's actually really good because that's what I did. So for my new job at Sydney Props, I redid their induction booklets.
Okay. What is your new job? I haven't actually asked you. Your survival job.
Yes.
Talk us through this.
So technically I was hired to drive the CEO around for 3 months. Yeah, but then there's a place in Marrick. So I pick him up at stop it. I pick him up at 8 a.m.
Yep.
From his house in Dover Heights. And I drop his daughter to school.
Yep.
She's adorable. And then
watch out.
What?
I don't know. How old is she?
She's 8.
Oh, you can't.
What do you mean?
I just thought you were cracking onto the daughter for some reason.
No, I said she's adorable. Oh my God, you're so odd.
So bad. I reckon we can only use like 5% of what we're recording today. So you drive, and then you drive him to, what did you say, Marrickville?
Marrickville.
And Props?
Sydney Props.
Oh, that's where I did one of the student films there in different locations in there.
Yeah. So come in. I'll probably see you around there. It is big. And so I'm working with Annabelle, who's the studio kind of manager.
Yep.
Studio's manager.
Okay.
And I'm doing emails and cold calling, trying to sell our services. And also I redesigned the induction booklet, so she gives that out to clients that book specific studios.
Yeah.
So I designed it. They didn't have one, so I designed that with her. and I'm moving stuff around, and I'm
Good on you.
yeah,
Good stuff.
and just it's cool. And then I drive him home.
So it's great. I mean, you're in the industry. It's a survival job that's related.
It's cool. I'm meeting
Great way to meet people, contacts.
Actually, a guy came up before. He's like, can I like use your studios and blah 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 for short film stuff? And I was just like, do you need an actor? Just leant over and said that. And he's like, I'm a cinematographer, so probably. And that was it. And I was like, oh, but I'm asking.
Did you know, for a change of subject,
Yes.
The Invisible Man is coming soon?
Yeah, it looks terrifying.
It does look terrifying. I've managed to avoid most of the previews. The first reviews are out.
Ooh, what do they say? It's shit.
Well, it didn't get a positive. And
Invisible,
I didn't want
invisible reviews.
I didn't want to read it because then it would give me more about what I've said. So I'm going to make my mind up for myself because next Thursday night is an actor event with a Q&A afterwards with the producer and art director.
Okay.
It'll be an awkward Q&A if it's not quite. No. But yeah, so I'm looking forward. I mean, Elizabeth Moss. It was filmed here in Sydney.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Was it?
Yeah. So
Oh,
I'm
God.
looking forward to.
But it's an American production.
It is indeed. Yeah.
But they use Sydney.
Yeah. Well,
That's
Lee
pretty
Whannell, the guy behind Saw, and that was Aussie writers.
Where,
Aussie.
like in Fox Studios or something? Have they done this?
I don't know. I remember on location in Kiama, south of Sydney. I can't remember. Again,
Yeah.
I don't really want to. I'm sort of skirting around all that.
Okay.
And including some of the reviews, although they might be mixed, until I see it myself, make
Yeah.
my mind up. Because
Yeah.
I really want to enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm hoping that
Don't
if
let anything
you
influence
know what I
you,
mean?
yeah.
So my head is in the sand, buried firmly until next
Do it.
Thursday. And then in 2 podcasts' time, I will unleash my thoughts.
We should both go to Gold Class together.
Look
two
out.
Two unemployed actors
It's far
go
too
to Gold
romantic.
Class.
Besides, the actor event's free.
Oh.
So
No, we should do a segment. 2 unemployed actors go to the movies.
2 unemployed actors go to the movies. 2 unemployed actors get kicked out of the movies because they're filming.
Because we're doing a
content.
podcast in the film.
Yeah. Shh, stop it.
So, guys, this is what's happening. It's
Oh,
like
look what
totally
happened.
illegal.
That's right. I remember what happens next. No.
No.
Into that.
I still haven't seen Parasite. I'm yet to see that. I need to watch it. I'm
Pull
actually.
your finger out, mate.
No.
Get out and see the film. It's in cinemas still. It's on
Netflix.
cable. It's on. You can buy it
Apple TV.
online. I mean, heavens above.
Yes.
Everybody's talking about
I
it.
know. I need to watch it.
When? Are we going to set a date? Okay, I've got my pen. When are you going to watch Parasite?
Jess wants to watch it with me. That's the problem.
Okay, so when are you two having a nice romantic time
Let's
with
do
this
Friday.
dark
Yeah,
comedy?
let's do Friday.
Friday night at the flicks.
We're doing it.
Done. All
I'm
right.
gonna
So
force
next
her to watch
podcast,
it.
you can give us your thoughts on Parasite.
Oh, wait, she's got work. Thursday night. No. Tonight. Tonight. We're doing it tonight.
It's date night tonight, Jess, and you're watching Parasite, a
Yeah.
dark comedy. Wow.
Is it actually a dark comedy? Is
like
it meant
comedy?
to be?
Like it's kind of.
Is it about comedy?
Yeah. It's
Oh.
it's real and gritty,
Yeah.
That's
The
so
posters
funny.
have looked really cool. I've seen
Yeah.
some really cool posters, like
Yeah.
staircases, like opposite.
and there's fan art going around that looks incredible too. It's like
Yeah.
it's
Top notch.
it's delivering its own universe at the moment. So,
99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
so get on it.
They
Yeah,
shall.
I mean, we see so many bad movies. It's time to see some good ones.
Yep.
Right.
Happens to be a foreign
Seriously.
language one.
Yeah. I know. Well, I mean, look at to be foreign language and make the Oscars.
It's
I mean,
amazing.
Come on, 4 Oscars, and you know,
Kept coming
there
up
was a
being like-
time quite recently when Americans didn't like anything with subtitles. They were just buying the rights to and making it again with other actors in an English script.
It's pretty bad, actually.
But now I think that's the good thing about Netflix. I mentioned it last time too. You know that you're encouraged to it's so accessible to get stories from other countries and other cultures.
Yeah, definitely.
People aren't afraid of subtitles anymore.
Look at him. He's occupied.
Fred is
First
well.
time.
Look, I'm just happy he's not chewing anything expensive. But the fact that he's looking at his own shadow right now is giving me some comfort. What else you got happening? What else you got in store? What's next week have in store for you? More work.
More work. Yeah, and hopefully just getting some replies from emails and
Yep.
stuff. And I just want to.
Putting your best foot forward.
I've been put on the list for general auditions for chicken chips, so that's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was there the other day for Amazon,
Yes, you told me.
the
that
Everyday
thing.
Dad
Yes, that's right.
chicken and chips crowd.
Trying to get more auditions. Just
Tell
like
me,
pushing.
what do they say? Oh, what's your favourite cocktail? What did I say? You know, what's your favourite food? Okay, so the 3 of us walked in, and
3 actors, yeah.
3 actors walked into an audition. That sounds like a joke, but
3 actors walking
taking
to
it very
a bar.
seriously.
Three actors
So-
walk into the bar, put on their aprons and get to work.
Getting ready for it. Oh,
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
So I walked in there and,
Sorry.
and it's like, okay, do your little introduction, name, agent, how tall are you? Are you available? Yep. And I was the last person. So it was, and I really wanted to say my favorite food's chocolate because it is. And my favorite cocktail is espresso martini.
Oh my God.
What are the odds that the person standing right next to me
Says exactly the same thing.
exactly that? And
Oh,
I'm
you
looking
have
like
to
an
change
idiot.
it.
I'm standing there going, oh my God, what's another? And of course, I'm going blank on all the other. I've drunk myself from one end of the bar to the other over the years. And I can't for the life of me. I'm thinking, I feel like I need to say espresso. I want to say espresso martini, but I feel like because it's been said, I should say something different. Who is this guy? That's not me.
Is that what you said?
And he's like, what cocktail's that? I'm like, oh. Suddenly it came to a vodka martini. Oh, have you had a gin martini? No, but gin's big at the moment. Maybe I feel like I should. Having a little chit chat. Good chit chat, Max. Good chit chat. Bit of a comeback there. He's almost forgotten about the blithering idiot. And favourite food, Italian food. I mean, it's so broad and and it is up there for me.
Nice.
Got through that. Talk to us about an embarrassing moment. Oh, okay. So I talked about how when I was on the Gold Coast as a teenager, I walked into, because I used to work for a radio station, community radio station, making dance music in Melbourne while I was at school, because I got bored, as
Why
you do.
not?
And it's a great place to meet girls and blah, blah. And you get to go to nightclubs and party and everything you shouldn't probably actually be doing when you're 16 at school. But anyway, different story. And I didn't elaborate, but then I said, well, I walked into Gold Coast. What do you know? There's another radio station, but smaller. And they said, oh, great, we'd love to have you on air. And there I was 4 days before I go on air, not knowing how to work any of the equipment. And obviously the first few shifts were a bit, ordinary until I worked out which button goes where.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was great. And they're laughing and going, oh, how did you land that? Oh, geez, that would have sound ordinary. I'm like, oh, hang on, it was pretty good,
Yeah.
I walked out, I thought, damn it, I should have said I got promoted to 6 or 10 weeknights. I did, but I didn't say that. Now they think I'm just a blithering idiot who likes a drink. And
So you get it or you don't know yet?
Oh, I doubt it. I mean, it was over a week ago.
Wait, so your favourite
that's dead
cocktail's an
time.
espresso martini, is
It
it?
is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I
I
like
hate
the good
them.
old espresso. Well, it's kind of like, I mean, it's not, your first drink of the evening, but
No, sure.
it's a commitment, all those flavours.
You like margaritas?
I do. So why am I thinking of all this? Why are we talking about all these cocktails now? Where was that when I was in the room? And what are the odds?
That's
Chocolate
someone
and espresso
exactly-
martini.
What did the other guy say?
Oh, the other woman was asked different questions.
Oh.
So
I was like, wait, was the person next to you a male?
female?
There are two females and you.
2 females and myself.
Why
Basically,
why was one of them asked
the
different questions?
setup was one was a real estate agent and the other we were a couple, and we didn't like the place instantly, but they were trying to sell it to us. And go action.
I hate that.
So
They didn't give you anything.
anyway, so I think I left the room a little bit.
Down.
I left the room over analysing it, going,
yeah, you always
why did I and why didn't I? And that's not me. Normally I walk out and I'm like, yep, what have I got next?
Well, what I've learned over the years is that like, you can't, like, after an audition, you literally have to forget about it.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
And you know that anyway. But
Walk
'cause
out. you've
over
got stuff to-
analysing.
Oh, shit, once you negotiate with
sometimes
bloody
you can't
Woolworths.
help it. But I did an audition recently for like a. I think I told you, mate. It
Was
was
this the bar
semi
one?
recently. No, because I
Oh.
got. But this one I didn't get, and it was for sugar. What was it for?
For sugar?
No, it wasn't for sugar.
Sweet.
Sweet. Like mental health. It was a mental
Right.
health campaign.
Important.
And I get, we have a chat. I get there a
Mhm.
bit early. I chat with the
Mhm.
director who was casting. So the director was casting. So that was pretty cool.
Good to
And
know.
we get in there, and he's kind of explaining to me, like, you have to get like really angry, and then I'm going to say get vulnerable. You have to do it quickly. Just do all that, and just yell, do whatever you want. Like, just be furious,
Right.
pure anger. And I was like, no layers. He's like, just anger. I'm like, okay, cool. We walk in, goes to the camera, and he's like, all right, go. I'm just like, "Ugh," and I do it, but it's like, whoa, it's so hard. Like, it's amazing when a director understands acting, but when they
Yeah.
don't,
You
it's like,
and with
whoa.
you could say, look, can you give me a minute?
I did. Say, I said
You
like,
did?
like I kind of said, just hold on a sec. Like the camera was rolling,
Yeah.
but I was kind of like, and then kind of
Okay.
rushed it. It's hard
Yeah,
to do that when
yeah.
you.
Sometimes when you're on the spot, I mean, you have all these amazing things in your head, but when you're on the spot,
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, it
also hard
wasn't-
to go from happy actor to
This is true.
extremely angry character. You haven't prepared.
well,
really.
I was angry. I psychotic almost as
Yeah.
Victor last week, and I had a headache when I finished shooting both days.
I was yelling in this particular one as well and got lightheaded because it was so hot. I almost fainted.
That'd be commitment, wouldn't it?
If I
It's just
fainted,
so- you want to see vulnerable? Here I am fainting in front of the camera.
Yeah.
That's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
It's like a mic
Should've
drop,
done that.
but you drop. You could do
Mic
that.
drop, but I drop.
You fainted. At least remember you. So yeah, so chicken and chips, great. I've been there twice now, and I think I probably could have done a bit better last time. But hey, we live and learn, don't we?
Live and let die.
And you are there on their books for a general, so good luck with that.
Yeah.
Good luck, 'cause they do-
You know why it's
they're
called
very
chicken?
busy.
You know why it's called chicken and chips?
No, why?
Actually, I looked it up. Oh, actually, it's on their website, but
Oh.
because it's Stephanie Pringle, I think it is Stephanie Pringle, like Pringle as in a chip,
Yep.
and something. Is it fowl? Fowl? Something something that means chicken.
Something
So
that means
they've-
chicken is the other name.
They've used.
That you've forgotten momentarily.
Hold on, let's cut this in.
Yeah, just cut this in, Max. Just drop this in.
Max, just
You and Fred are making me work so hard in the edit. You know what? I am not. I'm leaving this in.
You're gonna leave this in.
Yes,
okay,
I am.
You can leave this in. You leave most of that stuff in.
Stephanie, only if it's at your expense. No, I just promoted the embarrassing moment that I told last week on
Oh,
Facebook
yeah, I
today.
saw that. I saw that.
2 minutes of Max cringing.
It is so. Alison Fowler.
On that note, I think it's time to wrap up. You've been listening to Max.
It's a very odd outro. Sorry.
I think I'm back to front. You've been listening to
Max. This is you've been listening to Max and Sam. We are two unemployed actors. It actually kind of works, doesn't it? It works both ways.
Goodbye.
Two unemployed actors.